got some, maybe I don't.
Can't keep doing this.
You're in my prayers. Looks like you got some... My prayers.
Wish I had some coffee. JTF's patrolling the garden now, but you did the heavy lifting.
Agent, it's Dr. Candle. I want to stress to you the vital importance of safeguarding any civilians you may come across. The math says some of those people must have survived the dollar flu. That means they've got antibodies to it that I need to have a hope in hell of fighting this thing. And the ones who are just sick, having a broader genetic diversity of virus samples will help us track the virus's rate of mutation, which is a long way to say, keep those people alive until I get what I need from them. Got that? Great.
Readings indicate an echo nearby.
Oh, that's nasty. God, I think I'm gonna be sick. Hey! It's this or nothing.
If you have any doubts, remember they probably got everything. Got a problem here. Let's take care of business. Get down from behind like that. Gotta finish the job. Got to light them all up. Careful, they're covered. Gotta finish the job. Careful! They're in cover! Keep ready!
Agent, you need to hear this. Faye tells me the cleaners are holding the entire Tent City prisoner. That's what it looks like, and it fits the cleaner MO. If you wanted to eradicate every last vestige of detectable virus, where would you go? Wherever the biggest concentrations are. Refugee camps, shantytowns. Jesus, you don't think they'd... Draconian solution, but highly effective. Sure, if you're a genocidal maniac. You ever wonder if we even deserve to survive this thing? Every day, Doctor. Every day. Good luck, agents.
Warning. Contamination levels increasing.
You hear that, Agent? You're walking into the teeth of it now. Don't forget what I said about keeping any infected refugees alive. I mean, obviously you're gonna try and keep them all alive, but I need those virus samples, and I really need viable antibody samples from survivors. So keep them extra alive, I guess. You know what I'm saying. I'm going back to work now. Candle out.
tell us what was up that explosion. We in danger?
Sure, I'm gonna need to ask you, Lieutenant.
Warning. Chemical signature of explosives detected.
Confirmed. It's napalm B, all right. With that much capacity, they must be planning to burn out the whole damn yard. And when they do, they're gonna kill every last refugee in that shanty town. We need that tank moved somewhere safe.
Not for much longer. That crane won't support more than 6 tons, that's what happens. It's just our job. It's nothing personal. The thing we got up there has got to be at least 5 times that. Then they better hurry up and... We got a job to do. Give me some help here.
Okay, Agent. As soon as you lock the situation down, I've got a joint Sarah JTF strike force ready to move in. They'll take samples from as many refugees as they can find.
Medical personnel?
A couple of EMTs in the mix, Doctor? Yes.
A couple? As in only 2?
The rest are first aid certified. They know how to tap a vein. Get going, Age.
Without contaminating the samples, I assume.
Or infecting themselves, yes. I'll take your word for it.
Thank you, Doctor. Get moving, Agent.
This is Dr. Candle. Sampling team, can you hear me?
Patel here. Go ahead, Doctor.
Oh, Lieutenant, good. Listen, I need you guys to log intake info from everybody you get a sample from. Age, gender, ethnicity, general state of health on a 10-point scale. Then label and group the samples according to...
Excuse me, Doctor, but maybe this could wait until we get confirmation the op is actually complete?
You saying you don't have faith in your agent?
Just focusing on the task at hand. Lieutenant, you'll radio the doctor as soon as the area is secured.
Yes, ma'am. Don't worry, Doctor. We'll get it all worked out.
I hope so. It's only the survival of the human species we're talking about.
Copy that, Doc. Patel out.
You know the situation. It's too late for these people here. They're dead, every one of them. But it's not too late for us. If we do what we gotta do, it might not be too late for the rest of the country. So go to work.
Finish the job. Got to let them all up. You're not dead. What kind of target? You got a job to do.
What? We got to shot so fast.
You know what's at stake? Everybody goes, all in. Huh?
Agent, if you can find the crane controls, drop that tank someplace safe. it, Agent. Solid work.
Yes, good work. Now, sample team, listen up. Like I was saying, I'm gonna need those blood samples labeled and organized so we can track corroborating factors. Let's move this discussion to a different channel so we don't bore the agent. Okay, Agent, you're looking for any bills our pal Amherst used to spread his original virus strain. We know he used Abel's as one of his primary launching pads, so with any luck, there should be plenty of contaminated greenbacks lying around in there.
As well as civilians. The store is one of the bigger refugee camps we've been monitoring.
Not to make a whole thing out of it, but if you don't find some unmutated virus I can use as a comp, we may as well give up any hope of creating a vaccine. So, you know, no pressure.
Careful! You got a travel facility! Fire in the hole! Drop down.
Warning. Temperature rising. Elevated levels of carbon dioxide detected.
Uh-oh. Sounds like there's a fire in the building. I'll start feeding Isaac the structural blueprints in case you need them.
Calculating route to emergency fire suppression system controls. Warning. Emergency fire suppression system activated. System obstructed on upper floors. Manual override required.
Great. You keep going. I'll keep digging through these schematics and tell Isaac where the overrides are.
Remember, Agent, you need to collect any bills you can find with the original virus strain.
Check everything. Cash registers, charity donation stations, tip jars in the cafe. Any place you can think of that might involve cash.
My wife said tanzanite. Is that something you carry?
Oh my god, tell me you don't love this watch. I dare you.
I'm so sorry. My credit card is on the fritz.
Not a problem. This is yours and $9.20 in change. Happy holidays.
Jesus, what a nightmare.
Let's go, before those whack jobs find us.
Object test negative for viral contamination. Active echo beacon detected. Object test negative for viral contamination. Object test negative for viral contamination. Alert. Potential hostiles approaching.
Let's hope the cleaners haven't torched everything in the place before you locate those bills.
Even if they haven't, extreme heat destroys DNA. Over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, the covalent bonds break down, and the double helix starts unzipping like a cheap prom dress.
One more reason to keep them at bay, Agent.
Like I said, no pressure.
Object test negative for viral contamination. Object test negative for viral contamination. Warning. Fire hazard detected.
According to the schematics, there should be an emergency override up ahead.
Oh man, I didn't think anybody could help us. Yeah, thanks. Let's get the hell out of
here. Warning. Increased viral contagion detected.
Bingo. That's gotta be our virus-infected bills somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out, but just don't lick them.
Warning. Fire hazard detected.
I found another manual override for the fire suppression system. Sending Isaac the location now.
Alert. Hostiles detected nearby.
Keep your focus. Behind cover. Drop the guns. Time to burn. Drop the gun!
Not to beat a dead horse, Agent, but I need those bills. Intact. And room temperature, no crispy edges. Crispy means heat, means off comes the prom dress.
Warning. You are now entering a contaminated area. Warning. Viral contamination confirmed.
Keep your eyes peeled, Agent. We just got a report from JTF observers outside the building. More cleaners arrived while you were busy upstairs.
Give them a wide berth. I know I've said this before, but I need those bills in mint condition, so to speak.
Leaving contaminated area.
Guys, what was that? Keep watch for a second. Oh, get this done.
Recommend targeting portable chemical reservoir. Alert. Hostiles approaching.
I'm impressed, Agent. Locating undamaged bills with original strain virus in that place was like looking for needles in a haystack. But damned if you didn't pull it off. I can't wait to get my hands on them. Oh, and Agent, I'm buying the next round. Assuming there ever is one.
Get up there myself.
We're always looking. I'm serious.
Your attention, please. A group of carolers will convene at 1500 hours in the main hall. All are welcome to attend.
genetic lottery and can't catch the green poison like 95% of the rest of humanity. Oh no, you had it good. You got to sit around eating bonbons, watching people you loved wither and die and get wrecked.
Feast your eyes on Manhattan's best selection.
We got a golden ticket, didn't we? It's like the fucking 80s all over again.
Don't worry, it happens.
Is this the green poison? Where'd it come from?
Hey, anything you're looking for?
Uncle Rick and Wouldn't You Know It podcast and pirate radio. Now everybody knows about the JTF, right? The Joint Task Force. That's like the cops and the firefighters, EMTs, National Guard, reservists, doing what they can to keep some semblance of civic order, keeping things from totally falling to shit. Nothing but respect for those folks. I like the puppets say, those are the people in your neighborhood, they're us. But they ain't the only ones out there. You ever hear of a little thing called National Security Presidential Directive 51? No? You wouldn't have. Not the sort of thing they put on the front page of the Post. No, Directive 51 is more your basic secret government takeover plan type deal.
Agent, let's talk. Got something new.
The spooks refer to as continuity of government. Doesn't sound so scary, does it? Until you find out how it works. Which is they got clandestine government agents embedded among us. And when Directive 51 goes out, those agents get activated. Our government has sleeper cells in our own goddamn country. NSA types who look and sound like you and me until their on switch gets flipped. And then what? They start rounding people up? Putting them in camps? Executing us? I don't know, but the thing is, nobody...
Your attention, please. Dr. Ellis will be continuing his lecture series this evening at 1900 hours in room 32B. Seating is limited.
Also top secret, if even the president probably doesn't know the details.
Hey, Agent, let's have a chat. I got something you'll be interested in.
Plausible fucking deniability. Home of the free? My ass.
let's talk. Got something new. Hey, I've got a target for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick Velassi with JTF Liaison Lauren O'Malley, and we're doing a little Q&A about what's going on in New York. Thanks for joining us, Lauren. It's great to have you back on the show.
Thanks, Rick.
So, what can you tell us about the Strategic Homeland Division?
I'll do my best to fill you in, but I don't have clearance for classified information.
You've been working with them for a while, right?
Yes, we have been, and we've been extremely impressed with the difference they've made in Manhattan.
How do you know these division agents aren't dangerous?
Rick, they are dangerous. Dangerous to criminals preying on our city.
Hey, I got something new right here for you.
Who they are, they have secret government tech, and they walk around like they're above the law.
Their mandate is to handle this crisis when all else has failed.
I saw one of them ambush in the street yesterday. Now, she didn't stop. She just lit up a couple of rioters and continued jogging down the street like nothing had happened. No due process for us civilians now?
Division agents are professionally trained experts and are no threat to civilians.
Lauren, why do you feel the need to specify that they're no threat to civilians?
Just habit, I guess.
Right. Well, that sounds disconcerting. But if they're willing to stare death in the face for us, we're not really eager to question them. Onward to the erosion of our civil liberties.
Agent, I got something for you.
Hey, you.
Medwing personnel have been out of their minds since you brought back those notes from Amherst's apartment.
God damn it. What the hell does it take to get this thing working?
I'm thinking maybe the problem's with the building.
This is an emergency services notification. Designated smoking areas have been established within the secure zone. Do not smoke outside the designated areas.
Watch
Nice
yourself
save
out
on
there,
those
agents.
refugees at Aples.
Buy you a beer sometime?
I have to admit, I'm a little surprised. Thank you.
Samples of the original green poison pathogen, the ones we recovered off the currency used as a primary transmission vector, let us take a closer look at the virus's basic genome. What I found was clear evidence the bug had been manufactured. There's genetic material there from a half-dozen other pathogens, bolted onto smallpox to make a more efficient killing machine. One of the things that makes a virus lethal is adaptation. Rapid mutation makes it harder for antibodies to identify and drugs to kill. What we're seeing in the samples you pulled from the population at the train yard is the degree of genetic drift green poison is already experiencing, and it's significant, which means it'll be that much harder to find a vaccine. One of the things that makes a virus lethal is adaptation. Rapid mutation makes it harder for antibodies to identify and drugs to kill. What we're seeing in the samples you pulled from the population at the train yard is the degree of genetic drift green poison is already experiencing, and it's significant, which means it'll be that much harder to find a vaccine. What you're looking at is the smallpox virus. It normally takes 1 to 2 weeks for it to incubate in a host, and it's not contagious while it's doing so. Looking at Amherst's notes, it's clear he wanted to change that, to make green poison infectious while it developed and to speed up that incubation process to make it spread faster. In English, it's more contagious and it reproduces faster. And that's bad.
Standing down there, get out of here! I think you better keep moving.
I don't even know what to say.
treasure. We can take them.
Oh, hell no!
You bastards need to die. JTF can't do it.
Just look at what I can get.
You said you were gonna share. That's not goddamn sharing.
Just leave us be, man.
He hasn't eaten in 3 days. It's not yours.
That's bullshit. We said we were in this together.
I couldn't help it, man. I'm just so hungry.
He's got a medical condition, okay? He needs it. Ugh. Kyle.
First wave's prodigal son. Normally I'd do this face-to-face, but I'm not 100% sure which way you'll jump. You act one way when Ms. Lau is watching, and another way entirely when you're off the leash. That's an interesting contradiction. You see, I think that deep down, you get it. You know, the old rules, laws, governments, those things died on Black Friday. But the feral PMCs, the convicts, the ones smart enough and good enough to take what they need, they'll survive. Me? I'm gonna prosper. Oh, you could too, but you took an oath, right? You got a duty. Those are both ways of saying that your conscience is fucking you. You ask yourself, who has earned a right to tell you what to do? Do you know how many agents died the dark zone, just for the brass to give up and put a wall around it. You don't believe me? You should check the place out for yourself. But the people you're working for, they're irrelevant now. Amherst changed how the game is played, and I have got the vision to win. I got Chernenko, I got a DNA printer, and a very interesting recipe book. I'm gonna write my own rules. You should think about getting in on this thing. I'll be seeing you.
Agent, the information you found in that lab was the crown jewel. I think we can break this thing now.
But we've got some more information. A voice from the grave. Listen to what Amherst has to say.
What you're looking at is the smallpox virus, one of the deadliest pathogens on the planet. For centuries, it did a wonderful job of helping keep the human population in check. But times change, and sometimes Mother Nature needs a hand in improving her creations. Like, say, speeding them up a little bit, making them contagious when they should be quietly incubating in a host, or making them more lethal. I didn't come up with the approach on my own. My friend Vitaly is one of the pioneers in the field, and the idea has been around for years. Genome as data. You see, once we digitized DNA, we made it infinitely mutable. We could do 1,000 virtual variations in the time it used to take to grow a one-lab-grade generation of pathogens. And we could pick the best, most lethal combinations and make them real. That's how you make a killer virus, you see. Mix in genetic code from other diseases, and you move the sliders all the way up on lethality and virulence. The goal was a 90% mortality rate. I'm not sure my green poison is going to quite hit that, but honestly, that's just details. As long as most of humanity goes, the Earth stands a fighting chance. Technically, technology is what's killing the planet. But that's not really the case. It's the greed that drives the technology. But a funny thing happened on the way to $100 genome maps and 3D printed plastic toys. Someone figured out those technologies could be repurposed, modified for the greater good. Me. Now, my virus is going to do what nature's always done. Decide who lives and who dies. And if nature decides I die, then I die. If nothing else, I'll have a lot of company. Natural selection at its finest. Helped along by a little unnatural genetic manipulation. It's all data, really. Life's just a method of processing it. The same way I processed the smallpox genome on my laptop. And who's to say that wasn't the plan all along? If, by some miracle, you survive green poison, then nature's decided you deserve to live. The rest of us shouldn't and won't. Godspeed. I'll see you in hell.
Echo available for playback nearby.
Thanks. I guess I get to live a little longer.